Hey everyone, John from Nintendo Life here, and today we are celebrating 10 years of Danganronpa as the core series has finally come to Nintendo Switch, and there's a lot of legacy in here. So this started in Japan way back in 2010 and came to the West on Vita in 2014, and that's how I first played the franchise myself. And there's two ways you can get this package. You can get Decadence, the physical version, which includes every single game on a cartridge with no downloads, or you can get them individually on the eShop, and that's Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa V3, and a brand new game called Ultimate Summer Camp, which is based off a board game from V3. So there is a ton in here, and what better way to start than with the first game. So let's dive in to Trigger Happy Havoc. And this video is sponsored by Spike Chunsoft, so thank you very much to them. Okay, so this is the first game, and every game in Decadence is the Anniversary Edition. So this is Trigger Happy Havoc, Anniversary Edition. And if you're getting the physical version too, every game is included on the cartridge. So you can just put it in, start playing, no need for downloads. So you're probably wondering what kind of game is Danganronpa? Well, this is a visual novel, and for what that exactly is, I guess think like manga and anime, but more interactive. And I wasn't really totally into that genre to begin with, but then I played Danganronpa 1, and it sold me. And after that I went on to play a bunch of other games in the genre too. So this is a great way to sort of get into visual novels if you've never tried them before. Now I'm yapping on, you're probably wondering what on earth is happening right now. Well, basically that bear just now is Monokuma, who is kind of the mascot of the franchise, but also the villain. Monokuma is the head teacher of the school that you go to. And everyone in this school is an ultimate of something, so that they're the best in the country at that one thing. But the twist is, Monokuma is up to no good. As you can see, he just killed someone. And what Monokuma wants you to do is basically kill your classmates. He wants you to be the last person standing. And it's kind of this moral battle about whether you're actually going to kill anyone. And as you go through the game, some murders do unfold. And you've got to discover who did them. And if you can't discover, everyone dies. If you can discover, though, the murderer gets executed. So it gets really high stakes. So this is the school, Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. So basically this school is this really highly anticipated thing, but it gets a bit more complicated and I'll show you in just a moment. Okay, so this right there is our main character, Makoto, but I'll allow him to introduce himself because he talks for a moment. So go ahead Makoto, take it away.
I guess I should introduce myself. My name's Makoto Naegi.
So the game does have voice acting in the courtroom scenes and a little bit every now and then. But otherwise, it's a visual novel, so a lot of it you do it yourself. So I'm gonna take upon the role of Makoto, or try and adapt his voice. How do you sound? Hey, I'm Makoto. Was that it? I'm not a voice actor, I'm not American. We'll give this a go. As you can see, I'm nothing but a hopelessly average high school student. Average on the outside, average on the inside. I really don't have much going for me when it comes to grades, special abilities, or even personality. I mean, yeah, I have hobbies and stuff I like to do, but it's not like I'm a psychic or mutant or whatever. Like, if you asked me my favorite song was or my favorite TV show or movie, they'd all just be whatever's most popular at that particular moment. Even among the average, I'm completely average, so I can't even say I'm your everyday hero type. So yeah, that's basically the gist of Makoto. He's an average guy. And I don't want to spoil anything or make any big plot reveals. So I'll be skipping over some of the story, but kind of summarizing it, because I have played it before. But basically, Danganronpa is a really gripping tale. It starts off kind of as you'd expect, but slowly over time, things really get out of control. So we're about to meet some of the students who are going to be our peers within Hope's Peak. So one of them is this person. For example, one of the incoming students is the ultimate pop sensation. So yeah, they have these giant two. Like this guy's the ultimate baseball star, and I think the next one is Junko, who's the ultimate fashionista. So there's really a ton of variety when it comes to how good these people are. And you start off with quite a lot of them too, but over time, of course, it dwindles down. They don't stay alive, all of them. But it's great sort of getting to know them. And as you know them, it's hard to tell who is going to be the next murderer. Because you do get bonds, you start to trust them. There are some real bonds in this game. Oh, and the reason Makoto is here is because he won a lottery. There's a chance for one lucky student to join, and they are the ultimate lucky student. So he doesn't have anything special about him, unlike the other ultimates. He just got lucky. That's his thing. Ultimate luck. But that does play into it a bit more. It's more than just he was lucky to join. He actually is very lucky, and yeah, we'll see that play out over time. So this is Hope's Peak, and it's looking very normal right now, like just a regular school, nothing out of the ordinary. And Makoto's got here a bit early, so he's just here to kill some time now, trying to play it cool. But you'll see in just a moment that things aren't quite as they seem. Oh, whoa! Whoa! What the?
But the instant I took that first step forward, my view became warped, twisted. It was like some kind of delusion, melting away and mixing together into something else. Spinning, mixing, melting away, then spinning again. And the next moment, everything went black. That was how it all began, and how life as I knew it came to an end. At that point, I should have realized the reason I was brought to Hope Peak wasn't because I was the ultimate good luck. It was so I could experience ultimate despair.
So yeah, we are now here in Hope's Peak, and it's not the happy-go-lucky school it seems to be. Once you're inside, you're warped into this reality where you can't escape, and everything's just kind of bolted off. And every now and then you'll hear the outside world, but throughout most of the adventure, we are stuck within the confines of the walls of Hope's Peak.
What? Where am I? I woke up and my head was resting on the top of the hard wooden desk. My body feels heavy. It's pretty normal for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing sleeping here just now? This isn't a classroom I've been in before. What the heck is going on?
So we were in a hallway, but now we're in a classroom. And you know what's kind of weird is I played this on Vita back in the day, and playing it on a TV does change a lot of how you perceive it. So this is part of the gameplay, is you can look around any room and sort of investigate around you, try and find clues. Like right here, there's a note. There's also a clock up here. And earlier on, Makoto noted that it's 10 past 7 AM. So what time is it now? Let's have a little look. It's 8 o'clock, so he's been here for 50 minutes. But there is a note down here. We can also look around. There's some little bolts on the doors over here. What the heck? In any normal classroom, there'd be a window here. But it looks like some kind of metal plate has been bolted over it. And if I were to knock on it, bang bang. Yep, definitely metal. Thick too. Very solid. Wait, that's not what matters here. More importantly, why are there metal plates over the windows? There's also a surveillance camera. So you're getting the impression that this is not a regular school, but let's check the note and see what this is all about. That's a desk I fell asleep on. I can still see a line of drawl from where I left. Here we go. So we can actually kind of look at the note there in the corner. It says, "Hey there, new kid. The next semester is about to start. Starting today, this school will be your entire world." Which, we're a bit far ahead of the text there, but it's in there. So right now, it seems like just some kind of joke. But we'll learn soon enough that this is no joke. This is Makoto's life for the next however long. But yeah, let's get to the main hall. So we can leave by pressing the B button, which will let us leave the classroom. And from here, you can walk around freely around the school. So it is a visual novel where most of what you do is reading, but there's some exploration and puzzles along the way too. And we kind of move like almost like a 3D maze, I suppose is a good way of describing it. So you can move around in full 3D space, and as the game goes on, there's a lot you can do. Like you can spend time with your classmates and form bonds, you can just explore, you can get little capsules if you want to, and as you can see right there, there's a staircase, but it's blocked off, and more of the school does open up as you play. But right now, we have to get to the main hall. So we can explore a little bit, or we can just go straight over there. But let's see what's in here. What's in this place over here? And in here is the main hall. So it's a good thing we went in there first. But yeah, here are all of our classmates that we start with, and there are a lot of them. So I guess you kind of like think to yourself, as time goes on, who is going to survive? And as you play now, I'd suggest you make some bets. Like, who do you think is going to make it to the end, if anyone? God, I'm getting kind of nostalgic, because I really did enjoy my PS Vita adventure with these guys. And it's like I'm getting to re-experience them in full HD on the Switch, which is brilliant. All these guys have great personalities. I think that there'll definitely be some that you definitely prefer right off the bat. But I'm already going straight back to my days playing with these guys. It was a fantastic journey. They all have such vibrant and exaggerated personalities. And, there's some great stuff in here. But yeah, let's get to know a few of them before we really dive in. So what we have the chance to do now is just talk to them. Get to know them. So we're going to talk to every Ultimate one by one. And I'm going to start with Sayaka. So let's get to learn her a little bit.
I'm Sayaka Maizona. I look forward to getting to know you.
You too, Sayaka. She's the ultimate pop sensation that we saw in that little art earlier. The way she moves is positively mesmerizing, and that pleasant scent I can't quite place. Sayaka. When I saw her name in the thread online, frankly, I was pretty surprised. She's in a pop group famous all across the country. In fact, she's the lead singer. As the ultimate pop sensation, she's in high demand to appear in TV and magazines everywhere. But actually, that's not the only reason I was surprised to learn she'd be going to this school. I'm sure she doesn't remember, but... well, never mind. No matter how you slice it, she's really beautiful. Almost like a doll or something. I'm not a doll, you know. I'm alive! That's not how she sounds, but we'll give her that voice. Huh? Did you hear me? I'm psychic. Huh? Kidding! I just have really good intuition. She's a sharp one. Huh? Hey, by any chance? Huh? Now what? Yeah, it must be. I'm sure of it. Hey, Makoto, did... Jeez, you guys! How long do you plan to waste our valuable time with this ridiculous back and forth? That's also not how he sounds. Sorry, just got carried away, I guess. Self-introductions are for introducing yourself, not bumbling through a bunch of idle chit-chat. You're right. Sorry, Makoto. We can talk about this later. So basically you get a chance to learn everyone. And there's definitely some favourites in here. But let's talk to... oh, I do like Toko. Let's talk to Toko a little bit. No, you remember my name anyway, but I'm Toko. So Toko is very nervous. But there's also something about Toko that we'll learn later on. Yeah, she wrote a novel when she was 10 that got everyone talking and launched her literacy career. Then 2 years ago, she released So Lingers in the Ocean, a love story said to be a masterpiece. So she's basically a novelist, the ultimate writing prodigy. And it's great just learning everyone and what they do. And because they are so exceptional at what they do, they are a real threat throughout the game. So you gotta keep your eyes behind your head. If that's not a phrase, is it? Eyes on the back of your head, that is the phrase. And here is our next batch, so let's meet one more. And god, a lot of these guys have way more dimensions to them than it initially seems. So how am I going to make Kyoko sound?
So what are you doing at this school?
What's that supposed to mean? I could have picked a way better voice than that.
No, I just meant getting invited here means you're some kind of ultimate something, right? So what ultimate are you?
That doesn't matter.
Why should I tell you?
Huh? Well, I guess you don't have to tell me.
No, I don't have to tell you, so I'm not going to. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have given Kyoko that voice, but this is the gist. You get to learn each of them one by one. And there's so much dimension, such personality to each of them, that I don't want to rob you of the experience of sort of figuring out yourself. But by the way, one thing I love doing on Switch is I'm playing with split Joy-Con right now. And I can put them behind my head, I can relax, and be like, oh, hey Chihiro, and just have a good time like this. Something you couldn't do on other platforms in the past. You can just really chill out and wave your arms around, and just chill and have a good time. learning the world of Danganronpa. Okay, so that is all the introductions done. We all know each other now. But there's one more introduction to come. So we don't really know what's going on. We've all been gathered in this weird, close-off place. However, that means something's about to happen. Who is this? This is Monokuma.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
So Monokuma, right now, you can probably see, there's a silhouette of a bear, but right now it's a bit
To all incoming
vague to what this thing is.
begin the entrance ceremony at right now. Please make your way to the gymnasium at your earliest convenience. That's all. I'll be waiting.
So, let's meet the last face, Monokuma. Alright, so the ceremony's at the gym, so let's leave this room behind. And pressing the X button brings up the map, and as you can, the gym's just over there, on the right. But yeah, as you go through the game, you'll become very familiar with your surroundings. There'll be no need for the map. It kind of becomes a home, which it probably shouldn't, because it's not the most homely of places.
God, I had no idea this Hope Peak Academy place was gonna be such a pain in my balls.
I shouldn't do that voice, that makes my throat not work. But anyway, I want to meet the bear. Bring on the bear! So, Monokuma is surprisingly very upbeat. They're kind of the charm of the game. However, that charm is also met with threat. It's a happy face that you can't trust. They'll pull off a lot of jokes, a lot of light-hearted humour. And they look like a teddy bear too.
Not a teddy bear.
But they're not a teddy bear.
I am Monokuma, and I am this school's headmaster.
So Monokuma is a very intimidating being. They see everything with so much enthusiasm and happiness, but it just makes it all the more threatening.
Nice to meet you all.
Also, many Monokuma lines are fully voiced too, which is great because they have a lot of care and personality in them.
What? That teddy bear can talk! Calm down. I'm sure there's just a speaker inside it. I told you, I'm not a teddy bear. I'm Monokuma. I'm your headmaster. What? It moved.
So Monokuma seems like a fully sentient being, and much of the mystery is figuring out what Monokuma even is. So right now, all we know is they are our headmaster of the school.
Ah, now then, regarding the end date for the communal life, there isn't one. In other words, you'll be here until the day you die. Such is school life, as you've been assigned. What did he say? Until the day we die?
Yeah, so this is basically the gist. We're going to be here until the day we die. But there's one means of escape.
I guess I did forget to mention one thing. There is one way for you to leave the school. Really? As headmaster, I've crafted a special clause for those who would like to leave. I call it the graduation clause. Now let me tell you about this fun little rule. As I mentioned, in order to maintain an environment of harmony here, we rely on a communal lifestyle. And if someone were to disrupt that harmony, they and they alone would be allowed to leave the school. That, my students, is the graduation clause.
So basically what that means is, if one person were to murder another, you can escape. Stabbing, strangling, bludgeoning, crushing, hacking, drowning. How you do it doesn't matter. You must kill someone if you want to leave. Simple as that. The rest is up to you. So all you have to do is kill someone to leave. But there's another twist on that, is you must get away with it too. So you've got to not only kill them, but make sure you're not found, and then you can escape. So yeah, that is Danganronpa for you, and I don't want to spoil anything. But let's go forward a little bit more, and show a bit more of the formula. Oh, and by the way, you cannot attack Monokuma, or something like this will happen.
Hey, damn it.
That's a beepin'.
Piece of shit!
Watch out!
Huh?
He threw Monokuma, and as soon as he did, kaboom. Yeah, so if you try and attack Monokuma, they will kill you, or attempt to kill you. That was more of a warning explosion. So yeah, you also cannot overthrow the headmaster. You must respect you must respect their wishes. Okay, so here's our little cozy room. Right here is our bathroom. I think we can go in here right now though. This would appear to be the bathroom. Rattle rattle. Huh, it's not opening. Guess it's locked. But apart from that, all you really have is a desk, a bed. There's something on the desk though. Let's see what that is. It's a notepad. I guess the school must have given one to each of us. And there's also a key, which might be the key to the bathroom. Or just the room in general, maybe. Let's see, can we open the bathroom with that, or is that still locked? Yeah, I remember. Of course that's locked. That may come up later. Who's to say? There's a toolkit in there. But apart from that, there's not a whole lot we can do in here right now. There's a piece of paper on the wall that says, "Announcement from Headmaster Monokuma. Each room's lock has been designed to completely protect against tampering or lockpicking. Remaking an individual room key is quite troublesome, so please make sure not to lose yours. Your room comes furnished with a shower, but please note that the water is turned off at night time. Also, the bathrooms in the girls' rooms include a lock of their own. Finally, we have prepared a small gift for each of you. For the girls, a sewing kit. For the boys, a toolkit. The sewing kit includes a map of the body's vital organs. One step will do the job, girls. For the boys, we believe a strong blow to the head with any tool should be ample. Don't think, just feel. And let's all enjoy ourselves." So, yeah, it gets a bit dark here and there, but there's actually a lot of clues in that note for what may happen later. And a lot of rules, too, that you've got to follow. It's some kind of lint roller. I guess we're supposed to clean up after ourselves. But yeah, there's not a whole lot more that Makoto can do in this room right now. So let's try leaving, if that's possible at all. We have our keys now. So yeah, let's leave this place and have a little look around, because now we have full range of the bottom floor of Hope's Peak. So this is the entire bottom floor, and everyone's room is right next to each other. You can't just barge in, because they are locked, but you can knock on some of them, and sometimes they may answer. So let's try and say hello to Chihiro, and see if they're inside. It doesn't seem we can do that right now, but later on in the game you can definitely interact with people whenever you want to. Well, not whenever you want to, but when the time allows for it. But otherwise, yeah, this is the bottom floor. There's a lot you can do. You can go and have a shower if you want to. You can go into a supply closet. There's a little garbage disposal place. But right now, we're going to the dining room to meet Sayaka, who has agreed to meet us over in here. And it's such a distinct art style. Like, very little looks like this. But yeah, let's have a little talk to Sayaka. We're all alone right now. So if she wanted to, she could kill us. I mean, they've made the rules very established right now. The only way to get out is to kill someone. And we've agreed to meet someone privately. Which may not be smart, but they are quite chummy. And as I was saying earlier, you do kind of get bonds throughout the game. And everyone does want to be friends, for the most part. Anyway, let's see what she wants.
By the way, Makoto.
Huh?
What is it? Well, it's just... I know this is kind of...
So we can press X here, and choose one of these. To just kind of continue the conversation in different ways. So, let's say, I wanted to ask you something.
Makoto, did you happen to go to Blackroot Junior High?
So this is how the two know each other. They actually went to school together, way back when they were younger. I went there too. I was in class 4 though. Do you remember me? Do I remember? Even back in middle school, she was a celebrity with all kinds of ultimates surrounding her. How could I forget? Almost as surprising as her question was. So no one else in this school really knows each other from the outside world. But Sayaka and Makoto absolutely do. So this is kind of their link to each other, and they can form a bond and be chummy, and not have to worry about murder approaching. So now everyone's joined us in the dining area, and we're going to have a little discussion about what our plan is here, and just sort of, you know, get some ground rules. But right now the silver-haired girl from earlier is not present. Wait, so nobody's seen her? Why hasn't Kyoko shown up yet? Could it be because...
Yes, indeed.
Stabbing, strangling, bludgeoning, doesn't matter. You must kill someone.
So right now we're kind of suspecting her. Is it possible? Was she really? Either she's the murderer or she's been murdered. Or neither of those. There could be more to the mystery. So one thing you can do if you're stuck is pressing the X button highlights everything that you can interact with. But right now, we're going to talk to Sayaka, and we're going to sort of talk to everyone through her right now. So I've already talked to these two right here, but we can also just cycle through and press X and talk to these guys as well. So these have all grouped together.
We went all up and down the school, double checking the windows and the hallways and the classes. We wanted to see if we could get into any of those metal plates that come off. And what happened was... nothing. Not a damn thing. We couldn't get a single one about even a little bit.
What should I do?
There wasn't any hope of escape at all. The school really has been totally cut off.
Bad.
This sucks. It really sucks. Sucks. What the hell are we gonna do? God damn it, calm down. You're starting to make me nervous.
I mean, to keep talking to people like this as well. So we've gone through that group, we've gone that group, and then we've got these two as well. So we can talk to, let's talk to Celeste, Toko, and Hifumi first.
If I'm honest, I can't say we acted as one. Rather, we did nothing as one. We spent the entire time in the gym.
And here is Kyoko. So where has she been? We don't know right now, but she's found a map of the school. And she won't tell us how she's found it, but she has found it. Just look at it, she says. The building we're in right now is laid out precisely the same way as Hope's Peak. So what you're saying is, this really is Hope's Peak Academy? Well, in terms of the construction, yes. But it looks like it's had a number of strange renovations done to it. Renovations? I don't know all the details yet. All I found are the details about the first floor. So, yeah, this really is the school. Even though it has all these chains and metal bars everywhere. We are in Hope's Peak right now. But here's a big rule we're going to set. So Monokuma set a rule that night time's between 10 PM and 7 AM. And the rule that we're going to agree on is that no one at night time can leave their room. That way no one's going to be, like, sort of tempted to murder anyone during those hours. So what Celeste's saying is going out at night time should be prohibited. However, this is just something we're agreeing on, and whether everyone's going to stick to that rule, we can't say right now. The way things are now, every time night comes, we'll all start to get worried and anxious. So yeah, this is basically the idea. Don't leave. Set our own rules. Make sure that no one is going to kill anyone. So right now, everyone's kind of on the same page. We don't want to murder each other. We just want to survive. But doing that means that you're never going to leave the school. So after a while, someone's going to crack, and it's only a matter of time until that happens. Anyway, next day, we're back free roaming around. Let's talk to this fella.
Good morning, Makoto.
Good morning.
Yes, morning. Greetings are quite delightful. Such an energizing way to start the day. Now then, let's make sure we both do our very best throughout the day.
So this guy's always very, very active. Let's see, is anyone else around here? Let's just do a little browse around. We can also move faster by holding B. Yeah, no one else around here. I'm going to knock on Sayaka's door, though. See if she's in there. She is! Hello? Good morning, Sayaka. Oh, Makoto, perfect timing. Huh? Listen, I have a favor. X to ask. A favor? I was just getting ready to head out. If it's okay, would you come with me? Maybe we could talk. Alright, so let's go to the gym then and try and find her a way for self-defense. So to get to the gym, we've got to go through these doors. And on the other side is going to be the room that we started in earlier. And the gym is all the way over here. We can also talk to some of these guys while we're here if we want to. Like, let's talk to, you.
Hey, Makoto.
Well, look who it is. Sup, guys? What are you up to? We're picking up where we left off yesterday,
So they're sort of investigating around the school right now. But yeah, let's go to the gym. And see if we can get a weapon for Sayaka. Which doesn't seem like a smart move, to be honest, but... what's the worst that could happen? So yeah, there's a katana right here. Let's try getting that. Is this a sword? Oh no, it's just a replica. Still, it's pretty impressive, and it's covered in a gold coating, but... Geez, I barely touched it, and I've got gold stuff all over my hands! Wow, you're right, your hands totally are gold. So yeah, this... Hopefully this gives us something to protect ourselves with if it comes to it, but... We are just trusting a fellow student with a weapon right now. Right, so now we have free time, which is basically a moment where you can go around the school and build your friendships up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go outside our room and spend time with whoever we want to spend time with. But right now, because it's early days, we can't really talk to many people. We don't really have anything in common with them. In fact, the only person we really have anything in common with right now is Sayaka. So I suppose we can try and spend some time with them. Yeah, that one works. But yeah, as the story goes on, you can basically talk to anyone and kind of become friends with them. So let's spend some time with Sayaka. But basically, as the game goes on, you get little side stories during free time, learning more about them. So it's definitely not mandatory, but it's something that you can do to get more out of the game. I hate that we had to meet under these awful conditions, but I'm really relieved you're here with me. Sayaka? Standing here face to face and hearing her say that. It's nice, but kind of embarrassing all the same. I know how you feel. You being here is what saved me. Really? Thank you for the flattery. That smile. That mysterious smile that softens my heart. I really wasn't flattering her. That smile saved me. But it's kind of strange, you know? I never thought I'd get a chance to really talk to you like this. All through middle school, you never talked to me, in fact. You never even looked at me. It's because you were like a celebrity. I just couldn't go around staring at you. Wait, how did you know I never looked at you? Because I looked at you all the time. Huh? I was always looking for an opportunity to talk to you. You wanted to talk to me? But since I always had so many people around me, we ended up graduating without saying a word. That was my biggest regret. But why me? Do you remember during our first year of junior high, that huge bird wandered into the school pond? Actually, now I think about it, I kind of do remember that, something like that. It was like out of a fairy tale. That turtle once every 1,000,000 years, that bird once every 1,000. A huge bird wandered into the high school pond during our first year of junior high. I think it might have been a... heron? It was a heron, wasn't it? No, wasn't a heron. It was a crane? It was a crane! It just walked into the pond. So yeah, sometimes you gotta try and guess what the answer is. I failed the first time, but we got there. But yeah, this is stuff that isn't really necessary to the story, but it lets you learn a bit more about the individuals. And right now we're learning more about Sayaka and Makoto's bond, which otherwise we would not. So that's very cool. Okay, so this part is interesting. Monokuma has videos relevant to all of us. So what we're going to do now is go into the AV room, which I think is this one. And we're going to see what this is all about. Everyone's is different, and we're not going to see everyone's. But there's a box over here. So let's see what's in this one. Huh? There's something inside a cardboard box. It's a bunch of DVDs. And each of them has a label of someone's name on. So let's see what is on our video. And everyone else's videos. So she's just gone to get everyone else. But let's have a little look inside. To see if we can view it on a few hours right now. Okay. Let's check ours out. What's on it? Ah! I yelled out without realizing and my heart started racing. Because when I saw what's on the monitor, it was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best.
I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard.
Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
If it ended there, that would have been fine, but a message of love and support. After leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak, it would have given me hope, given me strength. And if this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. With my family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to do even better. But here now, it was totally different. I wasn't living an ordinary school life, so I had a pretty strong feeling that this video wasn't going to end here. I hated having that feeling, but it turned out I was absolutely right. This time I couldn't even make a sound. My voice just died. Where'd everyone go? It looks like a war zone or something. As if, in reply, a voice came out of the speakers. I recognized that voice, of course, it was him.
Makoto Naegi accepted into Hope Peak Academy, and his family, who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's well-being?
So, now there are stakes afoot. The outside world seems different. Makoto's family is in danger. He's trapped in the school, where people will likely murder each other. What's gonna happen next? Now, I don't want to spoil a single thing. I don't want to spoil who's gonna die. I don't want to spoil who's going to be prosecuted if they are. So it's probably best that we end it right here. But Danganronpa comes to Switch on December 3rd, and again, on the eShop individually, you can buy Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, V3, and Ultimate Summer Camp. And if you get the physical set, Danganronpa Decadence, you get every single game in one complete package. So there's so much value here, so much story, and if you're someone who loves visual novels, then you will adore this. And if you're someone who's never tried the genre before, I think there's a lot in here you'll like, and maybe it'll be your entry point into visual novels. So with that said, thank you for watching, and of course stay tuned to Nintendo Live for a lot more on Danganronpa, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.